Hello, evening, folks. Welcome back to the Xbox Game Pass Club. I am your host, CyberKnoxx. Welcome back to each and every one of you. Today we are continuing Halo 2 Anniversary. That's right. If you missed the last playthrough, Cotton McCast, of course, our guy here, always coming back, Cotton. We got through the first 7 missions, and to the honor of having Pixels and Polygons, better known as Lexecutioner, as I know him, and coming in here tonight to help me finish a couple more levels. Lex, how you doing, man?
I'm doing awesome. I am excited to jump into some Halo.
Me too, man. Me
I've
too.
been playing through the games and having a lot of fun, kind of helping me remember details of the story that I kind of was foggy on after all the years.
Yeah, man. That's what that's exactly what I'm trying to do too. We were talking behind the scene, and I said, "No way, hold on a second. We got to talk about this in the air." But yeah, exactly what I was trying to do as well. You're a little bit further ahead than I am, which is great because December 8th is approaching very fast, and we got a lot of game to play. So yeah, I'm just enjoying going through these past Halos. We were just talking about how the music is something that's so memorable, that's done so well, just the missions and the characters and everything. And one thing that I did notice as well is this Halo 2 anniversary is you can start switching during cutscenes. You can go back and forth in between the graphics, and they put a lot of work into this. What do you think?
Yeah, they did, and again, with anniversary for Halo Combat Evolved, that anniversary edition was 10 years after, so you're looking at 2011 graphics for that anniversary edition. But now, when you get to Halo 2 anniversary edition, that's 10 years later from Halo 2. You're looking at 2014, and I think there was a nice jump between the 13 or the 2001 or 2011 graphics,
Yeah.
and the 2014 graphics for anniversary 2.
Yeah.
And it looks really good. It's funny how it's kind of funny how Halo anniversary and Halo 2 anniversary both look better than Halo 3 because that was a 2007 game.
Right.
And that really, it was up-resed, but you still have the same geometry. And yeah, it's cool to see how they were able to, improve these games. And yeah, there's a definite nice fidelity jump between anniversary and anniversary 2.
Oh yeah, the cutscenes on anniversary 2. Oh my lord! I mean, Cotton and I on the last playthrough, we were joking around how if you can make a movie out of how good that looked. Some of those cutscenes. But yeah, we were before we got on the air. You and I were talking about the music. You said you really appreciated the music of Halo. Anything you want to elaborate on that a little bit, or?
Oh yeah, I'm a little further ahead in the playthrough just because I was feeling that December 8th date.
Oh, it's approaching fast, man.
So I've been really trying to, get through these games. I'm playing through them on normal, which is not really the true experience. I think they say that they've tuned the Halo campaigns to, if you're a player, heroic is supposed to be the way you'd probably play them, and then if you want a real challenge, you play legendary. Yeah. And then normal is kind of like, oh, you're a gamer, but you're not necessarily so great at shooters. You play them on normal. But yeah, playing them on normal is a really good way of getting through the games at a decent clip and be able to experience the story.
Absolutely.
But yeah, the music across these games is just phenomenal. It's the best music in any games ever. Just the array of stuff you hear. Like there's a scene in Halo 2, and I don't know if we're at that mission yet or if we're gonna get a chance to play it in this session. But there's a scene where you're playing with the Arbiter and his buddies, and you're driving around on a Spectre, and you're blasting these Forerunner Sentinel bot things.
Yeah.
And there's just some awesome, crazy guitar solos. It's just wailing, just completely melts your face. And then you're playing in ODST. You're playing, and there's this like really cool vibe, this like kind of smoky jazz playing as you're wandering the streets of New Mombasa. It's really good. It's so good.
Man, all this talking you're doing is getting me more and more hyped. So let's get into it, man. Let's see if we can get to exactly what we're talking about.
Yeah.
So for all of you who will be watching this live or coming through afterwards, we did start the first Halo Combat Evolved on Legendary, but we're crunching for time now, so we're playing all of these now in normal. We just want to get through the lore, you know, get this a little bit of a refreshment, let's say, get it, you know, right before Halo Infinite. So yeah, let's do it, and I'm excited.
Good.
One thing that I found out, so right here is I'm doing it through the playlist, right? So now
Yeah, that's what I've been doing.
Yeah. When Cotton and I were doing, we actually, I felt like we missed a couple of cutscenes because we're doing co-op, which was kind of strange. The Halo 2.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, Halo 2 has probably one of the most iconic lines for the whole Halo, like some of the most memorable lines I think people remember from Halo 2. Like it has that one, you know, what if you missed? He goes, I won't, you know. But the Arbiter, has one of my favorites. He goes, you know, when let's see this cutscene and then I'll get back to it.
Report! Both engine cores have spun to zero. We're drifting. Archer pods are cold. I'll need to rekey the system.
Do it and find out where we are. Sorry for the quick jump, Sergeant. You in one piece?
I'm good. Yeah. I'm good. Yeah. Chief?
We are fine.
Man, you now.
That is another Halo.
Say what?
So this is what my father found. I thought Halo was some sort of
Like,
super
so if you
weapon.
want, you can actually
If
switch
activated, this ring will cause destruction on a
in during
galactic
cutscenes, and
scale.
you can see a
I
huge
want all
difference.
the information you've got on the first Halo.
Oh,
Schematic,
yeah, you couldn't do that in the
topography,
first
whatever.
one.
I don't care if I have.
Oh,
the
not
lyrics
during
or
cutscenes.
As far as I
Not-
can tell,
not during
in the
cutscenes.
Where's our
Yeah.
target?
The enemy ship has stopped above the ring, ma'am. We're going to pass right over it.
Perfect. Given what we know about this ring, it's even more important that we capture the Prophet of Regret. Find out why he came to Earth, why he came here. Chief, take first platoon. Hard drop. Secure our landing zone. Sergeant, load up 2 flights of Pelicans and follow them in.
Aye, aye, ma'am.
Until I can move and fight, I'm going to keep a low profile. Once you leave the ship, you're on your own.
Understood.
Over the target in 5.
Hang on to your helmet. Mind the bump.
Could we possibly make any more noise? I guess so.
Man, I just enjoyed those
Nice.
these cutscenes so much. Like, they're amazing.
Neutralize those turrets!
All right, let's do it.
Yeah, that was a neat new feature in this Halo 2 anniversary, where you could actually change the graphics during the cutscene.
Right, Halo
Because
2.
I know in the first anniversary, you couldn't do that for the first anniversary game. You launched the cutscene and old graphics. You got old graphics throughout the old cutscene, and then or you had the new graphics throughout the whole cutscene. I could let you switch.
Yeah, so Halo 2, you can definitely do it, but Halo Combat Evolved, I don't think you could.
Yeah, for that anniversary, you couldn't switch.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
You were stuck, whatever graphics mode you started the cutscene.
It's amazing, man. They did such a amazing job. Like even the sounds, like during those cutscenes, like the special effect sounds when they're coming down. Ooh,
So,
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's entirely different. The mix is different. Certain sounds are higher in the mix. the music is really high in the mix compared to the original. Yeah, I think my biggest complaint about Master Chief Collection is that they don't let you change the audio levels between background, like between music, sound effects, and dialogue.
Oh,
so
yeah.
a lot of the times everything drowns out the dialogue.
Yeah.
So it's really hard to hear like
Artillery
the dialogue,
disabled, Sergeant.
you
Landing
know,
zone
the
secure
radio
for
chatter
moment.
like this.
Yes.
Is really quiet
I hear
compared
you.
to
Starting our approach.
the music
Hang tight.
or the gunfire.
Inbound Phantoms, Chief.
Correct. Yeah. I don't know if it was. It might have been you and I as well. The first time we ran into that, I was trying to put some volumes up higher, and then I figured out I was like, oh man, that's right, we can't. It was all controlled by
There's no
one.
separation
Right.
between the tracks. Yeah, they actually have a slider for the menu background music. Like, who cares about that? How loud that is in the mix if you're in a menu. It's like, you know, you want the sound effects, the dialogue, in the background music to be able to mix according to your needs.
Right.
Because all this radio chatter is, you know, it kind of pops up intermittently as you're playing, and there could be explosions and stuff happening, or just a loud score at that moment.
Yeah.
And you might not hear all the chatter. And honestly, even though you put subtitles on, they provide subtitles for the cutscenes, but they don't have subtitles for all the radio chatter.
Yes.
So, and there's a lot of dialogue.
There is. Yeah.
You know, it's kind of an accessibility miss,
Yeah.
not having subtitles for the radio chatter.
You miss a lot of context in what's going on if you're not really paying attention to it. One thing that I did not know, I forgot about the. Oh, you didn't die? About the rocket launcher is you have to hold the right trigger for you to lock
to get
on.
it to lock on.
Yeah. So I'm over here.
But they added that in this game. It wasn't in the original.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's not in. It wasn't in ODST. I'm not sure if it was in 3. I think it was in 3.
Hold here
I think 2
until
and
the
3 you can
Pelican
lock on.
arrives, Chief.
You got it. I'll hold here.
Let's wait for our warthog, unless you really want to walk.
It is kind of weird how your guns you get worse guns. Like the shotgun in Combat Evolved had a 12-round magazine, 12 shells,
Here comes that
and
ride.
you could hold 60 rounds or 60 shells.
Yep.
But in Halo 2, it still has a 12-round magazine.
There's Lake.
I saw
Halo
it
3,
too. It looked like
the
a
magazine
temple.
goes to 6,
If I were
so
a
it gets cut in half.
megalomaniac,
Oh, wow.
and I'm not,
Yeah.
that's where I'd be.
Where's our ride? Did we
Guess we have to continue this way.
No, the Cortana said wait here for the Pelican so he can drop off a Warhog for us, but nothing's happening.
Oh, yeah. Maybe they assume we're going to walk this way a little bit further.
Yeah, let's.
Sure. Or maybe they drop them back there at the ruins.
Let me take a look. No, I think they would drop it here.
Yeah, this seems more accessible.
Oh, there is a Pelican that just looks like it left.
Oh, okay.
So
there might be
no,
Warthogs
they did drop
over
it
there.
off here. You are 100% correct. There's a battle rifle here. Alright, you want to drive or you want to shoot?
I'll shoot.
Okay. One thing that we were talking about it too. I don't know if you've driven a Warhog in Infinite yet, but oh my god, it is like the physics engine on that one it's a little bit too much.
It honestly felt about the same to me.
Did it? Oh man.
Yeah, to me, yeah, but I guess it's been a long. It felt fun, playing these games more recently.
Okay.
And then going to that for multiplayer, it didn't feel too bad. But maybe I'm not as addicted to one version.
Covenant has control.
All
of the bridge
yours.
ahead.
the others.
They're going to try and bottle us up on this side of the door.
Got a
The
ghost
controls to
coming.
extend the bridge should be in this structure.
I'm trying to leave like quick thing. I'll go inside and trigger the bridge.
The bridge, yeah. That Wraith hit the Warthog. Direction, so it's just something different.
Oh, that Wraith hit the Warhog? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
I mean, the accuracy on those things are like unbelievable. Hey, what are you guys doing? Oh, actually, there's a terminal here. I'm watching the cutscene right now.
Oh, nice.
Regarding the history of the Covenant and its glorious founding species, the Sanshayum and Sanghili, the record of punished deeds would not be sufficient without a word on the Arbiter. Not the consignment of shame that it is currently, but what came before, the legendary warriors of Sanghili past. Long before the Covenant, the Sanghili ruled their world with pride and vigilance, surviving the perils of both land and sea. These were the arbiters of old, part king, part judge, warrior rulers, unlike any of which would follow. When we arrived on their frontier world of Ulgathon, the cost of life was severe. Led by a mighty arbiter, the Sanghili resisted our entreatment with ruthless force, leading to decades of war. We would eventually triumph, of course. And when we did, we would not ignore the mantle of the Arbiter. Like all things, we would bend the Sanghili to our own ends. The Arbiters would become the very will of the Prophets.
These cutscenes, this one was really cool. I don't know if you saw it. You're probably watching.
Yeah, no, I viewed all those when I was in events.
The only thing that I don't like is I think you should be able to find it.
Bridge is down. Now about those raids.
You should be able to find it and then watch it at a different time. Because
So,
sometimes
funny you should say that. Go ahead.
no, it's just because I think sometimes there's a lot of spoiler that happens during these
I'm not
cutscenes.
sure. I think some of them, I don't know if they assume that you played the originals and you're playing the anniversary to see the new graphics or the nostalgia. But I think that they do a pretty decent job of not actually giving overt spoilers. But if you go to the extras, you can watch all of the videos even if you haven't collected the terminals.
Oh, okay.
So finding them in game just gives you an achievement.
I
It
see.
doesn't actually, but you can actually watch them for the lore, even if you haven't found them.
Because on the on one of the levels before this, the level with the Arbiter where you're chasing I forgot his name. You know,
I can't remember that guy's name either.
Heretic?
He's the heretic.
Yeah,
Yeah. Did they actually say his name?
they do. It starts with a V. Van something. If you find one of the terminals, it already shows them working with 343.
Oh yeah.
Mighty Sparker. I call it the All Spark. You know,
Guilty
Spark. That's what it is. Oh
Weird.
no! Did you freeze? Did you
It
get
just
kicked?
booted me back out.
So
There's a menu. Yeah.
there's something going on whenever you take a Scorpion. We had the same thing happen numerous times whenever we were on the Scorpion. So we'll just use ghosts and things like that.
Okay, that's weird.
Yeah,
Huh.
it happened with Cotton and I as well. So we were talking about it. We're like,
Played through solo, so
oh man, we you know. So now that you told me, but that you can watch it afterwards, I'll just collect it and I'll possibly quit it and then go on and watch it after the fact.
do you remember what you felt was a spoiler? Because I think there are some things that aren't explained in the actual game. It's kind of a background thing you're supposed to assume that, because that heretic elite guy
Yep.
and Guilty Gear not Guilty Gear,
Yeah.
Guilty Spark, fighting game fan. So I'm thinking Guilty Gear.
You're thinking Guilty Gear. I'm thinking, you know, the All Spark from Transformers. It's perfect.
Yeah, so Guilty Spark met up with this heretic
Yes.
before the events of Halo 2. So we're actually kind of getting a prequel to Halo 2 in these cutscenes, these terminal
Yes.
videos.
But when
So-
you're going through that mission, you start seeing some of the Sentinels in there, and you can't understand what's going on. And then at the end, they reveal that he's working with, you know, they call him the Oracle. But before that, you get to the terminal, and the terminal already shows you that.
Oh yeah, I guess, but
But
yeah, I
it's
guess
like
in a
it's
way,
like it's like you said, right? They were working before Halo 2, so I understand
yeah.
what you're saying. But
Those turrets!
oh no way!
Yeah, they don't have in Halo 3
Oh.
and Halo 3 ODST. They actually introduce like rally points that you can start in the
Oh,
middle
that's
of
awful.
a mission. Yeah, but this one doesn't have them yet.
Let's make quick work of these guys. I mean, we weren't too far ahead either. We
Yeah, just these guys. Something I can't remember, even though I just did this,
Yeah.
is I can't I can't remember why the Covenant, because they said in Halo 2 that there was the force that showed up to Earth
Uh-huh.
was actually a small force, and it was like way too small to actually,
Yes.
you know, to actually put up
Right on the
a
beginning
real
of
fight
it. Yep.
against
Mhm.
the home planet. So we later discovered that they actually weren't expecting that to be the home planet of humans.
I
They
hear
were,
you.
they were just looking for
Hang
something,
tight.
I see.
but I can't remember what they were looking for.
Easier said than done.
Okay.
Inbound Phantoms, Chief.
They were looking for some Forerunner relic or something. I don't remember what it was or
So
what it was for.
So it's funny you should mention that, because I was speaking of Khan as well. So I don't know if it was something that I missed or if it's something that they didn't explain. So exactly what I don't know if it was Halo. Now I'm confusing myself now. Oh, so yeah. So okay. No. Okay. They don't show how the Covenant followed Chief. So I think you might have just answered my question there. They knew about Earth, but they didn't think Earth was the the planet that it was.
Well,
Because on Halo 2,
yeah, well, they
because I think
yeah,
we're
yeah.
talking about the same part. Because I'm like, how did the Covenant follow Chief here? Or how did the Covenant know where Earth was? Because Chief made sure
They didn't.
that they didn't. Right. You just...
Yeah, exactly. That was the was it the Cole Protocol or whatever?
Uh-huh.
Where you can't lead anyone.
Right.
No ship can lead the Covenant to Earth.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm sure the Covenant
Another
realized they
phantom
had
on
not
approach.
discovered the humans' home planet yet, but they didn't necessarily know it was called Earth or know where Earth was.
Right.
But yeah, so they didn't actually follow Master Chief to Earth, or because
Right, because he
they
blew
actually
everything
stumbled
up.
upon Earth.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think what happened was they found in their other explorations, the Covenant found something that told them to go to this other planet, and I think they even had a weird name, like an alien name for it. It was like something. It was like, I don't know, something Terrell or something. There's 2 words,
Okay.
and they realized that, oh, that's actually Earth, and so they didn't come there with a force to try to conquer Earth. They came there with like a reconnaissance team to do some like archaeological digs and stuff.
Because
So they were surprised to find it.
yeah, on the beginning, because in the beginning they're just on a ship, right? They're on the waiting where Chief is getting his medals. So, but are they hovering
Hold here
Earth?
until the
I don't think
Pelican
so,
arrives.
right? Oh, no,
Yeah,
they are there. That's
they're
right.
hovering.
That's right.
They're
Because we
out-
go
they're-
down
they're
to
it's part
New
of the
Mombasa.
defense
Yeah.
network.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, and they were in space outside of Earth. There was like a defense
Right.
network of like huge guns, these rail guns
Yeah.
or whatever.
So I missed
Just
that
wait
part
for
our
where they actually say that they oh yeah, it's back there, where they actually say that they found it by accident. Okay.
Here comes our
So now
ride.
that's more clear.
Yeah, I think actually they don't even say it in the game. I think it's one of the terminals.
Oh,
That
that's
explained
even
that-
worse. Yeah, I hate when
Yeah,
something like
yeah,
that
the
happens.
I got
Yeah,
a
the
good view
Covenant's-
coming in. There's a big building in the middle of this island's lake.
I saw it too. It looked like a temple. If I were a megalomaniac, and I'm not, that's where I'd be.
A lot of context. The conversations are very interesting between, you know, some of the people you have here.
Oh, absolutely. They kind of established the character.
Why don't you give this Warhog a drive and then you let me know? Like this one, you actually have a lot more, I would say, control over than the one in Infinite. The one in Infinite, that thing is... Oh man, I made a clip of that.
Covenant has control.
I'm not sure if you muted yourself, Flex,
You're
but
going
I
to try and
cannot.
bottle us up on this side of the board.
Oh, now I can. Yes.
The controls to extend
yeah, I
the
wasn't
bridge
saying.
should be
Oh,
in
okay.
this structure. Watch out, Chief. Wraiths on the far side.
Yeah, I see them. Right. You want to talk about a combination in Halo Infinite, though? Just grab yourself. Yeah, let's try to keep some of these ghosts alive so we can take them. You want the grappling
Jack
hook
this one.
and the sword or the gravity hammer. Oof.
Oh yeah, that's fun. You can
Man.
pull yourself towards the enemies and smash
Oh
them.
yeah. That like that grappling hook, man. The way you can just maneuver yourself in that map. It's a game changer. Because I think they've deliberately limited how fast your sensitivity can be.
Now about those rings.
I don't know if you noticed that, but I think like even if you're at the highest
Roger that.
sensitivity,
Armor's on
you
the
can
way.
only spin, you know, so fast, which is
Yeah,
weird
it's
to
not
me.
going to be like keyboard mouse, but you can turn it up pretty high. And I like how they give you different sensitivity settings based on the zoom of the gun that you're using. So if you're using a gun with a high zoom, you can maybe have that sensitivity lower. But
You
your
don't want
low
to.
zoom guns, you can have the sensitivity higher. It's kind of cool that they give you that control.
Oh, don't kill me. Oh, don't kill me.
You tried to ram me.
No, Evolve, you could not. Oh, there you
Oh,
go.
wait. Oh, yeah.
That's right.
Sorry. That's wrong. You can grab that.
Perfect.
Oh. Sometimes it's hard to.
Oh, now they are below. Can I climb in here?
Yeah, you can. I think it lets you. Nice.
I died, but it was on me.
Oh, sorry.
No, it was on me.
Yeah,
I
can
was
you-
trying to climb on board. I don't think you can.
Can you? I think. Can't you do the turret?
No.
Or wow, there's nothing. Oh, this is just a one-man vehicle.
Oh, man.
That's kind of stupid.
It's not giving
Oh.
me an option.
Okay.
Got Banshees coming in here. Ooh, good shot.
Yeah, it was hard to miss that one. It was really close.
Got a couple of ghosts here. Yeah, it's unfortunate that there's this little bit of oh man, they shot me off the map.
Yeah, I didn't encounter that problem. I was playing solo though, so
Yeah,
it sounds like that might
could be a co-op
related
thing.
issue.
I'm back.
You can jack that one.
Alright,
Weird,
I got it.
when you destroy them, they have it. Oh, nice. They have a delayed explosion. They'll sit there for a while, and then all of a sudden they'll explode.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny.
I mean, I remember the Ghost being one of my favorite vehicles. You know, you can.
And it can go. It can strafe.
Yeah,
It's way more maneuverable
exactly.
than the Warthog.
Yep.
And it's plasma cannons, so they burn through shields very fast.
Oh yeah. Very nice.
Well, to see that they did a bunch of 20th anniversary edition items, cosmetics in Master Chief Collection. It was part of the challenges.
Yeah.
Cool. You can get a back piece of armor that is basically the Xbox OG. They call it the Beast.
Uh huh.
So your Spartan just was running around with an Xbox One original just strapped to his back.
That's-
And then you can get these shoulder pieces of armor called the Duke, and you can just put those on your left and right shoulders.
Oh,
which is Duke controllers.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
stuck.
I'll let you take that one.
No, it's okay.
Okay.
Just blow it up
Take the bad shit.
because you can just propel me forward. Yeah, if you go too much ahead. So what killed me?
Careful, we're coming up on another structure.
Halo 2 was you can actually see like how diverse it was too between their level designs too, which was really cool. You're coming up here, you know.
They're all pouring out of the middle. Let's get in there.
Yeah, you're getting these ruins. You're getting this high-tech Covenant city when you get into the high charity
Pelican inbound.
city capital
Let's
ship
clear a
slash
landing
city.
zone.
Really cool.
Lead time shields, thank you.
So a little off of Halo discussion, but
Yeah.
just a general gaming topic. What are some of the games that you're most looking forward to coming up within the years that basically have been announced in some way, whether it's a project but you don't have a name, or maybe it's a game that has been officially announced?
So
Or maybe top 3 that you're stoked for.
So I'm excited to see how they expand the that Arkham universe. You know, I'm a huge Batman fan. I think you know. So I'm curious to see what they're gonna do. It's gonna be, it's gonna be set on that Arkham universe and
The Gotham Knights.
The Gotham Knights, yeah.
With the
I'm excited for that one. I really am. Now, what else they got coming out? I gotta take a look at this list. Starfield.
Make you do some homework here.
Yeah, Starfield is obviously on my radar. I'm a big fan of Skyrim. Loved it, and have it set on in space. I think it's gonna be really cool. I just hope it lives up to the expectation that people are hoping that it will.
Yeah, definitely.
Let me see.
You always bring me to such nice places.
I'm not. I gotta take a look at what is coming.
Well, while
next
you're
year.
kind of thinking,
Yeah.
I'll kind of name. I've been thinking about this. So you named one of my choices, which was of course Starfield.
Yep.
I mean, if that game truly lives up to the idea of Skyrim in space,
Oh yeah.
that's going to be so huge. Although here's what, and I don't know if they've discussed this, but I feel like we have a science fiction game like that. I mean, they didn't do this with Mass Effect, and that was a great game, but I feel like you have to give us a controllable spaceship to fly around.
Yeah,
Space
absolutely.
dogfights. Because if you're just using a ship to fast travel to another planet, I think that makes your world feel kind of, I don't know, just like when you can put here's a place and then you map another place. It doesn't feel like a connected world. So,
Right. No, I
feels
agree
like
with that.
now obviously you're not going to be flying in real time across the galaxy because those distances are
Yeah.
ridiculous. But there should be yeah.
Yeah. So the Outer World.
That Obsidian group.
No. That's the Outer Worlds. the Outer Wilds.
Oh yeah, Outer Worlds. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Everybody.
That was more of an indie game.
Yes.
No, I haven't actually played that. I know
Transcendence,
everyone
huh?
raves about it, but I
More
just
like
haven't
mass
gotten to it.
suicide.
Oh my god, amazing game. I highly recommend it. It was on Game Pass for the longest time. I don't think that game gets enough. Like the sense of discovery that you get on that game by solving all the things. Honestly, like amazing game. Highly recommend it. You can't really talk about that game too much without like spoiling it, you know. But so you do travel to planets. There's a solar system, and you're traveling to these different planets as you know, find out more about what's going on, and so forth. And I think they did a a decent job of having you on the spaceship, and you're actually traveling.
Good. Still no word about an amber
Let's
clad
just see
on the
what she
planet
says.
Earth.
This is a nice view right here too, huh?
It's odd.
Oh yeah.
The
Yeah.
Covenant know we made landfall, but they don't seem to consider us a very serious threat.
Yeah.
Boy, are they in for a big surprise.
Because they're too busy fighting the Banished. So yeah, so they did a great job of giving you a sense of you're in a spaceship and you're traveling through these planets, I should say. But I think if it was something implemented in that sense, I think it would be cool.
Yeah, I think that, in addition, obviously with the Skyrim game, you want to be able to explore. And obviously you're going to have like, on foot combat where you're, shooting and, whatever, melee and shooting,
Yeah.
In person like this. And then you're going to have, hopefully we have like, big dialogue trees and conversations and stuff with factions and whatnot. But I think in addition to that, because it's sci-fi, you should take advantage of spaceship. You have a spaceship that becomes kind of like your own home where you can kind of customize it and then fly and you can take smuggling missions or a rescue operation or a bombing mission or something like that. And, those could be either space installations or they can be like, planet side,
Watch
like
yourself.
in
Honor
air
guard.
missions. So I really hope that that's in the books for that game. I don't know if they've announced whether that's in the cards or not, but I really would love to have the ability to fly an airplane, or a spacecraft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, absolutely. I think they would.
And my second,
they would miss a big opportunity if they didn't do that.
Yeah, but again, we don't know. I mean, I don't know if that's actually even anything they're thinking about. So
yeah, it's only been 40 minutes, so I think we can do another one.
Oh yeah.
Let's check this out.
Wait, go back.
Decode this for us, Cliff.
That's what I thought he said. The Prophet of Regret is planning to activate Halo.
Are you sure?
I shall light this holy ring, release its cleansing flame, and burn a path into the divine beyond.
Pretty much.
Commander, we've got a problem.
So I hear. But from what I understand, the Prophet will need an object, the Index, to activate the ring. I've located a library similar to the one you found on the first Halo. If the rings work the same way, the Index should be inside.
I'll bet the Covenant are thinking the exact same thing.
Then we better beat them to it, Sergeant. Extract your men and meet me at the library.
Yes, ma'am.
I'll secure the Index, Chief. You take out the Prophet. He's given us all the
All right.
Oh, they just changed my weapons on me. What's up with that? I had a rocket launcher.
They said no rocket launcher for you. All right. What about your second game?
All right, yeah. And then my second one is Avowed. Again, I love the open world RPGs. So,
Okay.
Obsidian, their kind of open world fantasy RPG. It's basically like their version of a Skyrim.
Yep.
Set in the Pillars of Eternity world.
Yes.
I couldn't be more excited.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And then third, oh, sorry.
I was just gonna say,
Yeah,
I
something
actually
bad.
just started playing the Outer Wilds. That's an Obsidian game, right? Yeah.
I think it's I think Outer Worlds is the Obsidian.
I'm
one.
sorry,
Outer Wilds
Outer
is the indie
Worlds.
one.
Yes, I meant to say Outer Worlds, but we were
Yeah.
talking about Outer Wilds.
Yeah.
So,
So,
yeah.
and then I think my third one, and this one's a little bit of an X factor, but I'm kind of excited about what I've heard.
Okay.
It's in Exile steampunk RPG. That's it. Supposedly they're gonna have a big budget. You know, whereas Wasteland 3 was a really deep RPG, but was isometric.
Yeah.
Which I think that you lose a bit of immersion when you're playing that kind of top-down view.
Sure. Yeah.
I feel like. So I like the fact that they're going to have a big budget and they can invest in, you know, higher quality assets that are the quality that you'd expect for like a first-person, or perhaps third-person world, you know, game.
Nah, that sounds yeah, it does sound good. I haven't tried Wasteland. I've never been a big fan of like real-time strategy or like turn-based strategy games, but I do want to kind of, you know, give them a fair.
Wasteland is kind of a turn-based RPG, kind of like the original Fallout.
Okay.
The first two Fallout games. Yeah, it's top-down and it's actually an RPG, not really necessarily a strategy game.
Okay.
But I mean, there's obviously strategy to it. But those games are really good. They have good storytelling, but again, it's that top-down sort of Diablo view.
Yep.
That kind of makes you feel a little, you know, removed from the storyline because you're looking down on it like, you know, God.
Yeah.
Or something, rather than, you know, kind of being in the world, you're looking down on it. So I think there's a level of abstraction there that kind of makes them a little less immersive, although they can still be, you know, very satisfying in terms of the strategy and that you need to employ to, you know, build out your characters with, you know, progression trees and whatnot. But them getting a chance to do like either a first-person or third-person open-world RPG is really exciting, especially something steampunk, because there aren't a lot of steampunk games.
Yeah.
You know? That could be an interesting kind of theme.
Yeah. I was when you asked me that question, I was thinking more of the lines like what's coming out next year. But if we look ahead at what I'm excited about, I was very excited for Perfect Dark. To see, you know, what they were gonna do with it, but I kind of got less excited when
Crystal Dynamics kind of being farmed out.
No, not even that. When I found out it was going to be a first-person shooter. Now I know it's traditionally a first-person shooter game. You know, that's how it's always been. But I thought that this was going to be like a great opportunity for them to try something like completely new. Like put in, you know, you have the initiative. That place,
you know,
putting it in third person, like giving.
Lord Cognito happy with that third person.
Oh, yeah. Story-driven game, yeah, exactly. But I think that I really think they missed an opportunity there. You know, they could have used Joanna Dark,
adding some variety.
Variety. I think that oh, this is where we have to go.
Mate, you're a tall short of a roof.
Down the middle. Just having I feel that Joanna Dark will be an iconic character no matter what. But unlike Chief, where like, you know, it was here from the beginning. You know, it was like everybody knows Master Chief, and you know, Halo's been a big part of Xbox. Like Joanna Dark, if she was like a third person, she could become like another iconic character for Xbox. You know, I think they missed that. While Sony, I think we talked about this before. Why Sony, they have so many iconic characters. They come up with a new game. And their characters are just so memorable that it, you know, it always
kind of be reimagined. It has an opportunity to be, you know, a big surprising thing that could be the next Gears of War for Microsoft. You know, you never know, or it could be the next, you know, Ghost of Tsushima. Yeah, I mean, even though it's first person, I just mean in terms of quality and success, it could be something that people really like.
Yeah.
But the thing is, and I could see the wanting a variety, so having it be a third person. Although we do have Hellblade, but Hellblade 2 looks pretty exciting, and that is probably going to be a third person game, you know, based on the first one.
Good shot. Yeah, for sure. Okay, Asante, what's going on, bud?
The Covenant's getting
How was
I don't want to give
real?
away my position, so I'm rerouting a few stragglers back to you. I apologize. These Pelicans are all the support you're going to get.
Welcome, sir. Yeah, but I agree with you, man. I agree with you. Also, so I would say Perfect Dark I was really looking forward to. Fable is just, I love the Fable franchise from the early days, so I'm excited to see what they do, and I'm just excited to see what the Playground is going to do with that franchise. They've obviously done an amazing job with the Forza games, you know, the Horizon games. I'm just excited to...
Yeah, they're amazing.
Amazing. I'm just excited to see what they're going to do with Fable.
I mean, if you think about Forza Horizon
it's full of Covenant
5
reinforcements.
and, you know, just driving around that open world. Now just imagine not being in a car and you're on foot exploring like a magical forest. I mean, you could totally see it. The way they do the landscape. It's going to be amazing. I mean, Fable is going to be amazing.
Yeah, I hope so.
One of the other things, though, where you kind of mentioned you were a little disappointed that, you know, Perfect Dark was revealed to be a first-person shooter, which is, you know, what it was, but it's been a long time. It would be an opportunity for them to decide to take it to third person. But, you know, it's one of those things, is I actually greatly prefer first person if it's a story-based game where I want to be immersed. Because if you think about it, when you play a third-person game, you're really just the cameraman for the character.
Sure, yeah.
You're just this... You're walking around holding the camera for someone who's cool, rather than you being the cool person.
I get that.
Like, for sure. You're the cameraman for someone cool. Yeah. So I like to.
You like the immersion of the first person
I'm
for
the
sure.
cool person.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, Asante, are we playing on Legendary? 100%, dude. We do Legendary every single time. No, I'm just kidding. We're not doing Legendary. We got to get through this story quick. In Halo 2, out of all the Halo games, it's probably you restart the whole thing, which, you know, it's one of those things.
Which one?
Which game
Halo is that?
This lake couldn't have been formed by volcanic action.
If we're playing a Legendary and we died, that was it.
Created by some other
that was it. We restart again. Like no checkpoints.
Were you trying to kill
they went a little, you know,
overboard
with
I thought it
that.
takes you back to the last checkpoint.
No, not if you're doing co-op.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I don't know why they switched that.
I know solo makes you start the level if you're by yourself, but co-op, I thought,
What? Okay.
No, I don't think was Kayasani talking? I don't think I can hear him.
No. He's on the chat.
Oh, he's in the chat. Gotcha.
Yeah.
I wasn't. I should
Kayasante hopefully will be able to join me tomorrow night, so we can get a couple more levels done and maybe finish Halo 2, go into Halo 3 by the weekend. That would be exciting. Halo 3. Listen, I'm calling everybody. I'm, you know, just like
I can do 4-player.
Yeah, just like the captain said, you know, wake everyone up. And Cortana goes, everyone. I'm saying everyone. Send everybody. Let's go. Halo 3 4-player co-op is gonna be great.
You got to do that Legendary with
4 people. Yeah, I'm sure we can knock it out. Yeah. Oh, what a throw! You saw that throw? Dang, didn't blow nobody up. Yeah, so Fable, you know, I don't know if this counts, but I still haven't played Cyberpunk yet, okay? And I'm like you, like I really wanted to be invested in that game. And they said that they're working on the fun speculation. Mav, what's going on, bud? Thanks for stopping by. I'm waiting for that next gen patch. You know, if I've waited this long, I can wait a little bit. I can wait a little
Yeah, it
longer.
should be the first part of, I think they said first quarter 2022 for the actual next gen patch.
Yep.
The game is, I mean, obviously there are bugs, but it's very, very good state still right now. It's becoming pretty awful, such that you really wonder if it should have even been released on last gen.
Yeah.
But that game is still much better than Red for. I know people are just really bitter and pissed about it, but that game is really good. Like,
did you
really
complete it or did you finish it?
I haven't, just because I've just been kind of following friends from different games, so it's been hard to dedicate the time to play that. But personally, that's like a game I want to get back to.
Yeah, it's tough to focus on one game nowadays, man. Like it just really is.
You kind of want to be part of the conversation, part of the zeitgeist, and talk about what everyone else is talking about. So I feel like I have to keep moving.
The outlying structures.
1000%. I agree with that.
Looks like we're going down.
Let's go.
Unless you'd prefer to swim.
Top of this?
Full car coming up!
No, they're coming up right here.
Oh, it's coming up.
Open up. Why'd you get in? Oh, okay, you're alive. Good stuff. Yeah. It's like I'm still like The Witcher to me is like I love that game. I can play that game all day. So I'm going there. I'm trying to get all 2,000 achievements for it. Where's the button? Oh, right there.
Right here.
So
go underwater.
Yeah. One thing that I found out. I mean, I knew about this about myself, but like, they need to. Whenever I'm on a boat. Oh, here we go. Let's go underwater, baby. Whenever I'm in a boat in a game, they need to speed that up a little bit.
I've intercepted a secure transmission from Regret's carrier to something called High Charity. It seems
I suppose if you're not in
to
control,
the
then it's just it's almost like just being on a ride.
Apparently, Regret jumped the gun
kind of
when
like
he
this,
attacked
but
Earth.
can't do anything.
He's asking the other prophets to forgive his premature arrival, arguing that no human presence was foretold. That explains why there were so few ships in his fleet. But it's odd a prophet would have such bad intel about his enemy's homeworld.
Hey Mav, just so you know, I don't know if you heard, playing through all the campaigns, and pretty soon we're gonna be hitting Halo 3. You're more than welcome to come on, so we can get through the campaign, okay? Before Infinite releases Wednesday. So I still got Halo 3 to beat, Halo 4 and Halo 5. So open invitation, my friend. Here I will maybe have some subtitles.
Yeah, I think the subtitles really help.
Yeah, me too.
It's funny too, like in a game like this where there's alien languages or words or a fantasy game.
Yep.
I like just the subtitles just to see the spelling of names and places and stuff. Just because it helps me have a better understanding of kind of the flavor.
Yeah.
Of the world.
You there?
I was wondering. I don't think I collected some of these skulls on these levels, but I have no idea where they are anyway.
I think in Halo 2, all the skulls can only be obtained in Legendary.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay.
Yeah. I think there's one that can be obtained on any level, but the others are all Legendary only.
Hey, I appreciate it, Mav. Just I'll hit you up, and then whenever you have some time, you just let me know. Oh, I backtracked actually. Went the wrong way. And one thing that I noticed as well here on Halo 2 is that it's very forgiving on the distance that we are from each other. I don't know if you recall, but it pulled us pretty much all the time. As soon as you got a little bit too far away from each other, it would pull you or me, to the next area.
Oh yeah, just automatically. If someone got lost or fell behind it. It'll just, yeah, warp them up.
Yeah, this one seems to be a little bit more forgiving. You can go pretty far without okay, sweet.
If I remember correctly, there's a terminal in this one. I think it's near that hologram. If you want to listen to it for the audience.
Why are you running from me? Oh, behind you? Oof, I saw that.
Oh, wow. Nice.
The party's over. Oh shit! I didn't realize there were hunters down here. Oh, I think I found the terminals right here. I gotta kill these guys first, because that's another thing. When you watch the terminal, it doesn't like pause the game, obviously, you know. So I was getting they were. Cotton and I were in an area. It was hilarious. There was a terminal right by where we were fighting. It was like this close quarter hallway, and we have to reload. But every time we were reloading, we were pressing X, and it was triggering the terminal. So yeah.
I don't know who glassed reach, but it sure wasn't you, little Girl Scout.
All right, the hunters down there still. Yeah.
Oh, you got the fuel rod cannon.
I mean,
you can't take their guns.
The AI over here. Come on, you guys are just watching me. That's it, right? All right, let me go see that terminal. And yeah, I do like these terminals though.
And people say I've got a big head.
They were a great addition.
For generations, our holy arrangement put the prophets in charge of religion and technology. The elites led our military forces to convert new species and find relics such as your halo.
And these relics you sought, the Sanshayum, your prophets, told you that they would lead you on this great journey?
Yes. Transcendence, eternal life. Their promises were endless. We gave up our old ways to follow the Prophet's lead on the great journey. Gave up all of our history. All of our traditions.
Not all of your traditions, it seems. This Arbiter you mentioned, hasn't that always been a position of power for your species?
Power? It was long ago. An Arbiter was once the pinnacle of our people, leader of the clans, and master of the battlefield. Word of the prophets, challenged and lost. So the title of Arbiter became a badge of shame for our most spectacularly failed warriors.
Yes. They were accomplished manipulators. Back before the firing of the array. I see at least that hasn't changed.
Manipulators? What? And before? Before when?
I will explain later. Right now, I want you to tell me everything you can of these Arbiters.
Oh, all Spark. Always doing something. Yeah, that cutscene was great. And it still didn't tell us his name. I was hoping it would.
Yeah, I might have to look that up later.
Yeah. It starts with a V, I know that. Vandamine. Not sure.
Yeah, Velvadame.
Velvadame.
I think that's actually the Arbiter. That's the Arbiter.
Is it the? I don't think it's the Arbiter.
Yeah,
But
that's the Arbiter that you play as. Who's like the badass warrior.
Is it? Not sure now.
Yeah, the person.
Yeah.
The elite that became the Arbiter. Yeah, that's Vel.
Okay.
Velvadame. Or Vadame. Something like that.
Oh,
I'm wrong.
I saw them.
I'm pretty sure.
Grenade!
Everyone's invisible around here. Okay. I'll tell you what, the carbine. Whew, man, this gun's no joke. Really enjoy it.
One of the only Covenant weapons that actually is a ballistic rather than an energy.
Yeah. Sometimes I just transition to the old graphics just to let my jaw hit the floor.
Yeah. And there's definitely a bigger jump between Halo 2 Anniversary and Halo 1 Anniversary.
Oh.
Here we go.
Here we go. Did I tell you that I know I was talking to you about it in the
Our contempt is thanks only to Mercy and his wise counsel. Truth, mercy, regret. 3 prophet hierarchs. Killing regret should shake up the Covenant leadership. But frankly, it sounds like you might be doing Truth a favor.
Yeah. The Arbiter in the beginning of this game. I know I started to tell you. I don't remember if I told you or not. I don't know what happened, but I died maybe. I don't know. All I can see was you. Yeah.
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
Found you. Make him pay.
He goes right in the beginning of that cutscene. You know, they're bringing him in. They're bringing him into the prophets, and they're bringing him to be ashamed and in exile and made an example of. And he goes, if they came to hear me beg, they'll be disappointed. And the brutes go, are you sure? Like, that always stuck with me. And then everything happens after that. It's so good.
Yeah, these are really great. And these anniversary cutscenes done by Blur.
Yeah.
And you guys, there's a reason they're the best.
Oh my god.
Everyone outsources to Blur for cutscenes if you can afford to.
Sure. Yeah.
Because they're the best in the business, or among the best.
For sure, 100%.
This is my last run, Chief. I'm nearly out of fuel. We've secured the first tower cluster, so I'll set down there.
Okay. I hear you.
Call when you're ready for evac.
Where is he? Oh, right above us. Here we go. Got snipers over here. Battle rifles. Shotguns. More battle rifles. You're getting taken out by snipers over there, or what? That sounds nice.
Run away!
The grunts, man, they never cease to be funny.
Yeah, they become more vocal as the series goes on. Say more funny.
Yeah.
Funny. Yeah.
About 30 times. Yep.
Oh wow.
I died too? Yeah. That was the same guy that killed me. He's got God mode on. Whoa, dude. Like all this open area here. You're just gonna clutter it all up. They come.
Interesting. The Forerunners carried over ancient ruins from their civilization to the Halo. It's kind of like a way to preserve them.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Think about it. So it'd be like if we created Halos, we would take like ancient pyramids from Egypt,
right, and bring them to Halo. Yeah.
If like our planet, if Earth was crumbling or something,
yep,
we would bring the pyramids to a Halo. Kind of a weird idea. Cool idea.
Cool, absolutely.
Especially if like you know, I don't know if their star is like going Nova, or maybe the Flood. I can't remember. But,
it's always the Flood.
Yeah, I think it was something like that. That makes sense, obviously. Which is why they made the Halo array.
Yep. I'm excited to play Halo 4 again, 4 and 5, because 3 I remember very well. But 4, I just enjoyed the what were the enemies called?
How's it going, you two?
Yeah,
so far, so good. We're approaching the main temple
Prometheans.
now.
Yeah, I like them, man. I really enjoyed the Prometheans.
I know a lot of people hate it, but I thought it was interesting.
We're trying to
but
find
I don't
a way
really
around
remember it very well.
Yeah.
That's the weird thing.
I remember just being
I don't know,
excited
it's different.
to be a different kind of enemy, you know.
Yeah.
So
It kind of gets more into the Forerunner lore.
well, those are my last 2 rockets. Oh yeah, the music is amping up. Let's go.
Got another contact. Lost contact. Found one.
Jump over there. Oh,
No, we stay here.
that would have been bad. I was about to jump on that.
Trying to see if I can see any enemies from here. Well, none are visible yet. I have like a couple of... Oh, I got a battle rifle right here. I got a battle rifle right here. How they gonna give me a battle rifle that's got 6 bullets? What are we doing?
I may have topped off mine.
Oh, is that... okay. Hey, that's fair. That's fine. Oh, now they're showing up. There you go. Nice.
That's the largest Covenant fleet I've ever seen. The largest anyone's ever seen. Get inside the temple and kill Regret before it can stop us.
right?
Sorry, we're in the middle of
Time to make.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like the name of the little titles for each chapter. Some of them are funny.
I was mentioning to one of the guys as well when we were playing. I was just like, hey, I forgot how funny Halo can be at times too. I forgot that, you know, it had a lot of
The Covenant fleet has launched multiple waves of phantoms. Too many for me to
Absolutely.
track. We don't have much
It's great.
time.
Oh,
There
here's
are
an
honor
honor.
guards all over this place. Watch your back.
Yeah.
Problem solved.
That's right.
Problem solved.
Problem solved.
Yeah, and then at the same time, it can be really serious. Like, you remember, like, some of those live action trailers?
Oh, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
to introduce, some of those are really kind of haunting and and kind of, you know, a little dark or a little grim. They did a documentary from the future of all these soldiers that served with Master Chief, and they were talking, and it was like all these, you know, it was a live action trailer for all these like soldiers that served with, or Marines that served with Master Chief, talking about like the only way we got through, the only way we got home was because of Master Chief. And it was like really, you felt like you were watching an actual documentary about
There's
soldiers
the target.
that
Take him out.
talking about their war experiences.
Shots, come on. I'm gonna give you 4 shots.
Yeah, but if you've never seen it or don't remember it, definitely look up Halo Believe trailer.
Yeah.
It's really cool. You can find it on YouTube. Neil Blomkamp actually directed a series of web episodes to introduce Halo 3 called, I think it was Halo Landfall. They collected the web episodes. It's like, I don't know, about 10 minutes of Halo footage done by Neil Blomkamp from District 9, the guy who did District 9.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool stuff. Yeah. So they did a lot of cool live action stuff.
That's why I had to beat this guy
The
up.
Phantoms are turning around. The fleet is preparing to fire on our position. We need to get out of here.
Oh yeah, this little cinematic is pretty good.
Stuck in the water. Oh yeah. Brave mind.
Look at that.
This is not your grave. But you are welcome in it.
All right, up to you, Lex. You got one more in you? Or do you want to call it here?
Hey, I can go. Your call. I can keep going.
All right, let's do one more. I got to get this done. I'm all about it.
I got a Halo Rockstar here.
Oh, there you go. Getting your
XP boost.
There you go. Before they start, I'm so intrigued by the Covenant. Like they're so good.
Yeah, there's.
This is unprecedented. Unacceptable.
The Hierarch is dead, Commander.
His murderer was within our grasp. If you had not withdrawn our phantoms.
Are you questioning my decision?
No, Holy One. I only wish to express my concern that the brutes...
Recommissioning the Guard was a radical step. But recent events have made it abundantly clear that the elites can no longer guarantee our safety.
I shall relay your decision to the Council.
Politics, how tiresome. Do you know, Arbiter, the elites have threatened to resign, to quit the High Council, because of this exchange of hats?
We have always been your protectors.
These are trying times for all of us.
Even as the humans' annihilation filled us with satisfaction, the loss of one of the sacred rings racked our hearts with grief.
Putting aside our sorrow, we renewed our faith in the prophecy that other rings would be found, and see how our faith has been rewarded.
Halo, its divine wind will rush through the stars, propelling all who are worthy along the path to salvation.
But how to start this process? For ages we searched for one who might unlock the secrets of the rings. An oracle. And with your help, we found it.
With appropriate humility, we plied the oracle with questions, and it, with clarity and grace, has shown us the key.
You will journey to the surface of the ring and retrieve this sacred icon. With it, we shall fulfill our promise.
Salvation for all.
And begin the great journey.
Once the shield is down, we will head straight to the library. I do not wish to keep the Hierarchs waiting. The human that killed the Prophet of Regret. Who was it? Who do you think? The demon is here? Why? Looking for a little payback? Retrieving the icon is my only concern. Of course. I'll pick you up when you finish.
So good. The politics, everything. Them, you know, believing that Halos are truly, you know, their salvation. Everything is just so good.
I like how the UI changes when you're the Arbiter to like this purple lavender kind of color instead of the blue. Yeah, it's just kind of a cool, just aesthetic kind of give you this different feel. Yeah, it's so strange. It makes it seem like they're almost not. You're not sure if the prophets think that something good will happen, or if they actually know that it's going to kill them, but they're like nihilistic. Like they don't say like want to die or something. You don't really know. You kind of get the impression that maybe they know and they're just lying to their people, and they're just like nihilistic and want to just destroy everything.
Maybe. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Because
that's not very self-serving, but they're crazy.
Yeah. I want to choose to believe that they actually think that by them
something good will happen.
Yeah.
It's funny how the Oracle, though, who they seem to think is some divine instrument of the gods or whatever, the Forerunners, who they seem to worship as gods.
Yep.
He basically tells them like, no, it will destroy everything.
Yeah.
And they don't listen to it. They're like it's kind of cool how you go down the chute.
Yeah.
They just don't listen to him. He's like, no, that will destroy all life in the galaxy.
No, it won't. What are you talking about? Yeah.
I remember just spending so much time in these environments exploring, trying to see if I could jump up the ledges in case there's something hidden up there. Because you never know, like, oh, can you grenade jump up there?
It is pretty funny. Like in the beginning of the game, kind of like, you know, you can skip this whole first level. It's like, what? He's like, yeah. Just go right here. You know, jump grenade over here.
Skip the level.
Right.
It's like you can skip the whole game by not playing it.
Yeah, pretty much. Exactly what you said. But he was at one point he was trying to do the, you know,
the part-time, yeah. You have to learn all these tricks.
Oh yeah.
It's so weird how the community discovered grenade jumping, and then in the remakes and in subsequent games, that became a part of the exploration where you couldn't find the hidden things unless you knew how to grenade jump.
Yeah.
But in Halo 1, they didn't know grenade jumping wasn't an intended mechanic.
Right.
It was just a byproduct of the sophisticated physics.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, yeah,
so it's kind of cool how they embraced it as part of the mechanics.
100%.
Because of the community discovered it. Yeah. I mean, it's just kind of like Street Fighter. The makers of Street Fighter 2 didn't intend for there to be a combo mechanic. Oh, these are our.
I know. I keep shooting them all the time. Sorry. Exactly.
I'm just used to it. I'm used to beating up all the Covenant. Yeah, the creators of Street Fighter 2, they never intended for there to be like combos where you could 2-in-1. You could cancel like your fierce punch into a fireball.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, that was really intended. People discovered that you could combo a normal move into a special, and that the special then couldn't be blocked.
You know, it's funny. I don't know if you heard me tell this story before. I think the thing that really got me into video game was my brother. He took me to an arcade. It wasn't even an arcade. It was like a little deli. And the deli had an arcade. And they were playing like Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat the whole time. Like while we were waiting for them to bake the bread or whatever. And that was it, you know. But I've never liked the fighting genre. It's one of those genres too that it's like a hit or miss for me. I think I started getting more intrigued once NetherRealm started implementing like a story to the actual game. I thought that was like so well done. I was just like, oh yeah, I can get into this because I'm just not.
Yeah,
I'm not that great in.
They did story. Oh yeah, yeah. They did story for quite a while, but they got more elaborate. Like in the late, like there was obviously the 360 era one, Deception. Those actually had pretty decent stories, even though most people don't like them in terms of as Mortal Kombat games. They had some fun story stuff going.
Yeah. To be fair, yeah, they've all, even the original Street Fighters, all had a little bit of a campaign story, right?
Yeah, but some of them really slight. It was like two stills.
Yeah, two stills.
Screens with some text.
Yeah. You'd beat Bison, and then you get a little end story. Ken would find his wife. It would be great, you know.
Exactly. But Mortal Kombat, like in the 360 era, they got really into the story and started to be quite cinematic. And since those guys have always loved like Kung Fu and, you know, like Big Trouble in Little China, that kind of inspiration, they've really embraced that with their campaigns.
Yeah.
So they've just been getting better and better with their storylines.
Let's figure out what we have to do here. I know one of the brutes told us what we have to do, but I was not listening.
Or the containment shield. Oh, I think something. Oh, this popped up here after we did it. I think.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm a big sucker for fighting games. Really, just I love all the characters and the kind of the personality and and how each one is kind of its own, you know, kind of like a superhero almost.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I truly have a ton of respect for it. I'm just not that great, you know.
Oh yeah, no. I think I'm pretty mediocre, but I love them a lot.
Yeah.
It's just So yeah, I think that those things can be separate. You can be bad and still love fighting
For
games.
sure.
So yeah, there's no shame in liking them because of the graphics and the fun characters and the cool move sets. Even if you can't, do these crazy juggle combos.
Yeah, it's funny because once you get like a lot of friends together, this typically happens. With me, like everybody wants to play like a fighting game, whether that be like Killer Instinct or Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat. It's like, oh, put a fighting game on, let's go, So let's get some game on. Everybody always wants to play.
Yeah, they're really great because in terms of spectating, because there's just something very easily
right.
It's easy to get excited about watching just two people fight.
Yes.
And so you don't really know the significance of that player's actions at all times in terms of the whole, the entire match.
100%. Yeah.
But in a fighting game, you can see what's happening and it's flashy and it's kind of cool. But it's weird how fighting games have never been as big as, MOBAs and RTSs and first-person shooters in terms of like popular competitive.
Yeah, for sure. I agree with you 100%. I think that's why, even though esports is big, people that if you put just someone who doesn't know anything about it to watch an esports event, whether that be like Dota, which is probably one of the biggest ones in the world when it comes to like a pool prize and things like that, like people don't have no idea what's going on. And it's kind of like when you put like a simple game on that everything is translated in one screen and you're seeing both everything that's happening, it's much easier to introduce somebody to something like that by either whether that be a fighting game, a sports game, something like that.
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, and like you have to see it, Counter-Strike Go.
Yeah,
that's really popular.
Oh, it's huge. Huge.
Yeah, Valorant and Overwatch. Those are all popular, but you think in terms of just someone turning on and watching, it's a little harder for them to understand what's going 100%. On.
I can't get up here. Okay. To turn something on. Yes, we do.
Now we go down there.
Oh!
Oh, did you get smushed?
Yes, I did. I think we've seen.
Funny I was just gonna say the flood in Halo 1 and 2, they're very resistant to melee, but in 3, you can actually melee them pretty effectively.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Good to know.
You can melee like the combat forms like 5-6 times. It doesn't seem to do anything in this one. But the next. It seems like I have this encyclopedic knowledge of Halo. It's only because I've just played them.
Listen, it seems like you have an encyclopedic knowledge of like a lot of games, which I'm very impressed by.
I'm just old and really like games. That's it. So I've been playing them forever.
We love these games. This is, one of my favorite pastimes. It's been since, I'm sure with you as well. Since I can remember, like I said, when my brother introduced me to video, I fell in love with it right away. I was only at that time maybe 6, 7,
Yeah, I've played them like forever. Yeah, back in the gold age decades.
I love it. It's just like it's funny because so many people still think they don't understand like how much video games have evolved. And then when you start showing them, like, oh no, look at this. You know, look at this. You're like, what? You know?
Oh yeah. And I suppose you could probably get a person who's not really, you know, very knowledgeable about games, and you could swap between Anniversary and the original, and they might not have turned over if they don't have an eye for it. You know, like, this person shooter looks the same.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
This guy's got a shotgun. That's what's killing me. I'm like, what is killing
Oh
me?
yeah, we're going down quick because of that. I'm going to take that shotgun. You won't have one.
There you go.
I got some. Oh, nope, he still got me. Halo 3, the shotgun gets really nerfed.
No!
You can have to hold six shells.
It's my bad.
I wonder if it's all the grenades on the ground are getting detonated. I think that's what it is. There's tons of grenades.
Oh, it could be. So I was looking at my phone. Completely died. Also, sentinels are gonna start coming.
I don't even know. I wonder what the conversation was. People were mad that Halo 3 came out and they saw that the shotgun only holds six shells in the magazine versus 12 in Halo 2.
This no, don't kill me. That beam rifle seems to be really doing the trick.
I like in Halo 3 where you can use a turret and you can actually remove the gun from the turret.
Yeah.
And you get 200 rounds with it.
Uh-huh.
You know, it's infinite while it's still a turret, but when you remove it, you can carry it around with you and have 200 free rounds.
Yep.
But you kind of have to move slow. But I dislike that it puts you in third person.
Yeah.
When you're doing that. You can also get flamethrowers too, which put you in third person. I do like that it's an extra gun. You still keep the other two.
It's funny because I try to keep doing some of that stuff like now. Like I was trying to like pull a turret. Oh no, that wasn't introduced until like Halo 3. And you're like, oh shit.
Yeah, it's hard to remember. Yeah. It's what, you know, they had to gradually kind of add new features. So, you know, as they thought of things, people asked for, had requests.
Got no ammo. Running on fumes here.
It's nice that every time you kill a sentinel, though, you can get their beam as a gun.
Trying to find a weapon that I can hit. I can reach. Oh, ammo.
Sentinel just went down here. You can pick up the beam.
surprised there's not a lot of music in the background. It's just literally the sound of
I think sometimes they like to drop it out so you
Yeah.
just get the effect of the sound effects.
Exactly.
And then they'll switch to it for a dramatic effect.
I remember too of the earlier levels. You actually like I think it was like the first level actually, where you have to fight the there's a rocket launcher here. Take my where you go outside with Master Chief. You go out into space on top of the ship, and you're fighting some enemies.
Oh yeah.
They
yeah.
muffled the you know, the
That
sound
is-
a little bit, and
yeah.
you're like, oh man, this game's gonna be so epic.
Yeah, it's cool because you know there's no atmosphere for the sound to
Right.
travel through. So it's one of those things too. I often think about like either with movies or games. Like, in some way, I appreciate the fact that they do it for drama. They have music playing, but a lot of times it's just weird. Like, it feels weird if there's music playing. Just where's this magical music coming from? Unless it's in the world.
Oh,
like,
sure.
If you're playing a game where you're driving your car
That's-
and you have the radio on, well, then music makes sense. But if you're just like where is this orchestra following you around? In the Halo playing, it's just this kind of odd thing. So in a way, if you wanted to go for maximum immersion, you would only have sound effects, right?
Yeah.
Or dialogue.
True.
You wouldn't have music
I get it.
because unless you went somewhere there was music. So it's kind of an interesting thing.
Yeah.
It's like, do you want absolute immersion,
Or do
you want like maybe music to add a bit of drama and
Yeah.
excitement? You know, it's interesting. But I could definitely see some game kind of making a sort of design decision to like not have music. Not that you don't love music, but it's just like you want to make it as realistic as possible. Like you are in this
Right,
experience,
right.
like maximum immersion. The music they made for this series is just so good.
Yeah, it really is. It's so iconic too. And you can I love the music from Destiny as well. Destiny, you know, obviously Bungie there as well. And I don't know who the composer is.
I think it's Marty O'Donnell. I want to say. Maybe I'm making that name up. I think his name's Marty O'Donnell.
Yeah.
Although he parted ways recently with Bungie and not such a unfriendly terms.
Really?
I think, yeah, so there's bad blood, I guess, or something. I don't know the details.
It's always sad
But yeah,
when that happens.
shortly after Destiny was released, he sold, I guess, they're trying to say he didn't have the rights to sell the music.
I see.
So he's basically now saying, if you bought the music, please destroy it. Like any digital copies of the files from, so I guess he wasn't allowed to sell it.
Okay.
It's so weird. Please destroy these music files.
Man, that's
I got back up.
there's a little sneaky sneak on you.
Kind of wailing in the background is creepy.
Yeah.
Very haunting.
Reminds me of The Fifth Element, you know?
Oh, wow, it's been forever since I saw that movie.
Here we go.
I think there's a terminal
I'm
in
gonna
this room,
take a
too.
I'm gonna take a screenshot of this because it's just so beautiful.
Oh yeah, that's an epic. Yeah.
Wow, big difference between old school and new school graphics on this.
But if you actually look at the old graphics, they did a good
They did
job
an amazing
capturing
job.
sort of the,
Yeah.
for the time of capturing sort of that epic look there. It still looks pretty good. It's pretty similar.
I agree.
They did a good job with what they had. I think there's a terminal on over here, the side of this wall.
did get an achievement for it right now.
Our holy city was not always as it is, nor was the Covenant. At one time, it was only San Shayum and Sanghili. But as we grew, and new species were added to our number, radical steps had to be taken. Our first encounter with the Let Golo was an effort in futility. The blasphemous creatures had devoured and foraged the rings of their infestation. We sent one of our most faithful, an Arbiter. For a full year, this Arbiter ventured across the surface of one of their moons, learning both their strengths and their weaknesses. It was there that we discovered the Let Golo's secret. Although some of their kind rightly bore the blame for the orbital's desecration, others had only devoured around the Forerunner materials. And with reasoning and much labor, these could be used to serve the Covenant. And by these means, the Great Arbiter had given us one of our most sought-after treasures, access to innumerable processing pathways of the mighty Forerunner Dreadnought, and to the many secrets it held.
So great.
I wonder if that's actually these other Forerunner secrets that they encountered as they expanded their empire. That's where they found out about some artifact on Earth.
Oh, could be.
But they called it some other word. It was like some alien term for Earth. And they didn't know it was popular. They just thought it was a Forerunner.
Yeah.
A place where they stashed something. So that must have been how they discovered it. I still can't remember what they were looking for. It's pretty fun.
One thing too that I had a question on was let's see what's happening here. I'll let you guys take out all the flood you want.
Yeah. Save the animal. Swords over here if you want one.
The shotgun is just so.
I was trying to mark them because I've gotten used to doing that in Infinite, but it doesn't do anything. That's such a good idea that Apex came up with.
Yeah, for sure.
To kind of be able to mark gear or whatever's around you.
Seems so basic,
Apex
right?
Legends, I should say.
Then all of a sudden.
Yeah, it's such, but I think it was Apex Legends that introduced where you can mark enemies, you can mark like dark armor, like stuff on the ground and everything.
And
it's really cool.
And Apex also was the
or
one
locations to move to.
That was just like, hey, you have a better whatever, fill in the blank. You have a better gear, you have a better scope, or a better whatever equipment. The ones that you're trying to pick up, you don't need to pick up. Like it wouldn't let you pick up, you know.
That's pretty helpful, I guess. That filters out what you're looking at. I have a friend that really likes Warzone, trying to get me into it, and it's just like he's been playing it for so long, he knows everything.
Yep.
I'm running around the map, trying to compare. Okay, what is the scope better than is this legendary? A better gun? Well, that's not a meta gun. It's purple versus this blue. It's better because it's meta.
Yeah. I really enjoyed.
Hard to keep up on all this.
Yeah. I really enjoyed Warzone as well. Going to the face. But Halo has just been my go-to for right now. I just enjoyed that arena a lot more.
Yeah, it's good. It just feels good. Just I know people are complaining about all the battle pass stuff, but it's like I get it, but it's a free to play game, and the battle pass it's cosmetic. It doesn't change the game. It's not like scopes and stocks and magazines that like in Warzone, you know, being able to unlock that stuff by leveling up is important because it actually changes the performance of your weapons. Oops. Friend.
Oh, that's right. Oh my God, these are our friends.
Yeah, I was shooting.
So was I for the longest time.
Yeah.
I also said something about the battle pass. I completely agree with you. The battle pass is nothing.
I don't care about cosmetics. Really.
Right.
It's like.
I was on the boat with it. I think they should have, because the only thing for me is that it incentivizes people not to play the objectives. You know, because people are doing
to do weird shit.
Yes. So
like I'm just gonna run around and get kills with my sidearm, even if I'm supposed to be playing the objective. Though, if I play the objective, I can't get kills with my sidearm if I'm holding the oddball.
Right.
So I don't care if I win or lose. I don't get anything for winning or losing.
Yes.
So they've had some weird choices. I mean, it should be performance based. It's clearly that just makes sense. You want people to play the objectives, so you should get more points if you score, if you capture a flag, or if you hold the oddball for a period of time, or hold strong for that, because that's the goal of the game.
Yes.
But getting weird kills with different guns, that's bizarre. You know, it's just like those are silly. Especially since you have no control over what weapons or what game types you play.
Yeah.
It's not like for instance Destiny, you have your whole vault full of guns. You can equip any gun you want at any time.
Right.
So if you have a bounty to get kills with a certain gun, you can do that at the moment's notice, you know?
Yes.
Or if you want to play a certain activity, you just select that activity. Yep. But I'm sure everyone's already made these points on all, you know, the 10 other podcasts that you can do.
No. Yeah, but those are the questions I had as well, you know? It's not merely just about how slow that progression system was, but what the battle system and the challenges was actually doing to people who wanted to play the game.
Disconnected from the goal of the game.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the problem. It just doesn't make sense. The speed I could see it, but I mean, honestly, it's like, well, what are you going to get? You're going to get I get a shoulder pad. I mean, that's all fine, but I don't really care about that stuff. I want to play the game and have fun and be as good at the game as I can be. I think this meta progression thing is fine. It's an incentive, and if you occasionally want to drop some money on stuff that's only in the store versus the free stuff you get by progression, I mean, that's fine, whatever, but it's just like, it's like the color of your suit. Who cares? It's a first person shooter.
Which you don't even see.
It's like you don't see your character. And even if you did, it doesn't matter. It doesn't change the game experience, really. It's like you're not a cool person because you have the full suit of all the samurai outfit. You're not
I did do that event though for the samurai outfit.
No, I did too, but I mean, I earned it, but it wasn't very hard to earn. You played the game a bit and tried to do those special shit. But I'm just saying, like, it's not so important to happen. Yeah. It's like people get so upset about it. It's like, it's not really that important. Just play the game that's free, that's really good.
One thing that I am upset about is all these bots buying up stock of everything. It's driving me crazy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, speaking of which, it was Microsoft's confusing us because you know how there's a store where you can purchase digital stuff, but it also has a hardware store, like right on the Xbox. And if you go there, you can see the Halo edition of the Xbox Series X in stock. It lets you put it in cart. But when you try to check out, it gives you an error. And it's just like, it lets you put it in your cart and says because you click on other things, it'll say out of stock. So you go through and there's several things that just say out of stock, put on wish list for later. Yeah. But the Halo edition of the Series X, it's actually lets you put it in your cart. It doesn't say out of stock. Really? But when you try to check out, it's the Halo edition of the Elite. Same thing. The Halo edition of the Elite Series 2. Yep. Clever because I happened to check the Xbox store, which I know a lot of people don't really think to do, is to check the store on your Xbox. Most people just go to Amazon or Best Buy or whatever.
I
But
was
yeah,
dying to get that Xbox Halo edition. I was looking for it, was trying to find it, you know, and I had one of those encounters too, like right when they announced it. Let's see what we're gonna see. Right when they announced it, I was, you know, there trying to get it. Oh, let's see this.
yeah, in the box.
In the center of this zone is a sacred icon critical to the great journey. I must find it.
We shall cut into the heart of this infestation, retrieve the icon, and burn any flood that stand in our way. The parasite is not to be trifled with. I hope you know what you're doing.
Forward, warriors, and fear not pain or death. Go, Arbiter. I'll follow when our reinforcements arrive.
Alright, Lex. I want to keep going, but I think I'm gonna have to call it here. And this is
Yeah.
This is your spec.
This is the level with the really cool music too.
Yeah. Oh, you know what?
Yeah.
Let's do it. I can
With
do
the
it. It's
spectrum.
fine.
It's actually just right around the corner, even if you just want to hear the music. And then we can quit because you don't have to advance far. It's when you go into the structure here.
Yeah. No, let's finish it up. Who took the
It's
Spectre?
just the music. I'm gonna turn up the music, man. It's really, really good.
We gotta take that Spectre though. These guys just took it without asking for it. Oh,
our Spectre got destroyed.
They blew it up.
Maybe we can get another one. It's cool riding because you get the whole team.
Yeah, yeah.
There's, you have like 3 elites with you.
Yeah, I took one of their.
You go in here and it just, the guitars just start wailing.
Oh, there it is.
Turning this up.
Did you happen? Did you play Artful Escape? Did you play the Artful Escape?
Oh no, I haven't.
Listen, I was not.
I should check it
I was
out.
not gonna play that game. Kay Asante was the one that kind of,
I'm on my way.
you know, convinced me to give it a shot. And oh boy, you want to talk about a game where you're just going around having fun, listening to these amazing solos, and dude, it's totally worth it.
I'll have to
I
check it out.
recommend it.
Yeah, I didn't know if it could have like high energy guitar work or if it's just sort of like maybe traditional kind of rock stuff. But I like this kind of stuff, really intricate, like almost like kind of Satriani kind of Yves Malmsteen kind of crazy electric guitar.
Yeah, this will be like right up your alley.
Okay, I gotta check it out too.
Definitely do. Definitely do. I don't think you'll be disappointed at all.
Yeah, this music is just great. I wasn't expecting like this. But man, this is good. I just love this. Melee. How's ours? The tread's not there, but or the little seat, but I've seen NPCs still sit there.
Like, it won't let me. I think it's got to be a
That's not giving you.
It doesn't give me a prompt for me to go.
Weird.
It's so weird.
Huh. Oh, that's right. We don't want to keep this. Remember?
Yeah, it's crashing the game.
You want to quit now, or do you want to?
We can finish this up.
I just wanted to see that. Are you sure?
If feel
Okay.
you're good, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah. So. Yeah, but I guess we don't want to use the if it's going to cause us to crash.
Yeah, for some
so
reason,
I'll get off there.
Yeah, it happened to you, well, with us, I should say, and it happened with me and Cotton earlier. Same thing. Like these levels are obviously meant with the Scorpion.
Yeah, we'll bring it as far as we'll eventually put like pylons in front of them, or, you know, debris that you can't pass.
Yeah. I'm just gonna try to.
Yeah, these are gonna be tough though without because this not tough, but kind of maybe a lot of these.
These big ones, I do not know.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I was just curious. I'm not sure. But...
each other. So good.
Keep forgetting that the Arbiter can just like do active camouflage.
Oh,
whenever.
you just said it, and guess what? I just did it right now. I was just like, that's right. We have a little bit. We have a little extra perk here.
Pass things.
Back from Dead, what's going on, bud? Back from Dead says, Cyber, how much is Lex slowing you down? Not a single bit. Back of the Dead, we're having a glitch or a bug in which anytime we ride the Scorpion, the game crashes in co-op. I should clarify, in co-op. So this whole area, it's technically supposed to be done with the Scorpion. But we're going on foot, baby.
I managed to commandeer a ghost.
Oh, nice.
So that helped a little bit. Oh wow! Oh.
Did it take you down?
My ghost just got jacked by a combat drone. Flutter's smart enough to jack your ride.
I wanted to get one of these wraiths here. Oh, here's another ghost.
Thing is, usually with the wraiths, when you jump on them, it kind of, you throw a grenade in, so it blows them up.
Yeah, it used to even prompt you, you know, if you had a well, you have to have a grenade. That's number one.
Yeah.
But it used to prompt you as soon as you would get to it. Yeah, it'd be like, oh, you know, do you want to destroy it or something like that? I forgot what the actual prompt was. There's another Scorpion right here.
I guess it. Oh shoot!
Ooh,
what? Oh no!
Froze again. I think it's gonna figure this out.
That was with. Oh
no!
Wow! And I was just using.
Lex, I appreciate you though, man. Thank you so much for accepting the invite, coming back, playing a little bit more Halo 2. Tomorrow I will be back on here with Kay Asante, but like I mentioned, for Halo 3, I know Dead's in it for in for Halo 3 as well, so we can get 4 of us together. Potentially, you know,
if we can
start Halo 3.
I'd like to do the whole campaign if we can get 4 people. I'm up for doing the entire campaign. I mean, not necessarily one sitting, but on every session, I can make myself available to join.
Yeah, I think we can make good
if we
time.
Do the legendary playlist.
Especially with four players, I think we can make good time, and even in on legendary, we can beat it in, you know, a couple of days. Because I still have to get through 4 and 5, and once I do that, I'm good. I'm good for Infinite. But yeah, man, tell the good people where if they want to hit you up on Xbox, on Twitter, where they can find you.
Yeah, I'm available on Twitter, Pixels and Polygons. Polygons is spelled POLYG0NS because someone took the one with the O. And then I'm available on Xbox, Pixels and Polygons. That's 15 characters. So if you change your name on the 360, you can actually enter 15 characters for your gamer tag. But if you do it on that website or on your Xbox One or Xbox Series X, you only get 12 characters. So pro tip, if you want a 15 character name, you can change it on 360.
Do it on the 360. The human, I'm telling you, the encyclopedia man himself right here. Yeah, man, I really appreciate it. I will have everything down below in the descriptions, guys. You can also see it right here on screen at Pixels and Polygons. This is a great member of the community here. I really like Lex a lot. So make sure you guys hit it, give him a follow, hit him up on Xbox. Always down to help people out. Always down a game. If you guys don't know, I have my Series X because of him. Okay, he was kind enough to sell me one when the whole frenzy was going on at the beginning where nobody could get one. So I really appreciate him for that. But yeah, Lex, again, thank you so much.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Thanks again, man. Thanks for coming by.
I'm glad to be here.
And yeah, I can't wait to have you back on the show again.
I'm glad to join anytime.
Absolutely. All right.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. Guys, it's been fun. It's been real. I'll catch you guys next time. Stay safe out there and keep on gaming. I'll see you guys next time with some more Halo campaigns.